Hey everyone, are you overwhelmed when it comes to buying fishing line? Well, I'll tell you I am. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, all about fishing with Big Kev. Hey, have you ever been overwhelmed when you go to the big box stores and you get on the fishing line, the aisles, and you go to fishing line, you need line for your reel, and you get on and there's what, 700 boxes of fishing line from one end of the aisle to the other, 8 foot high, every hook's got 5 or 6 rolls on it or boxes. Which one's which? What do you use? Well, let's break it down a little bit for you today. If you're a new angler, it can be just overwhelming as heck. Us anglers that have been doing it for years are still overwhelmed because there's always something coming out on the market. Anything fishing is either somebody's idea, somebody thinks it's a great idea, promotion pushes it big time, somebody caught a massive fish on it, and then it just blows out in popularity. In reality, a lot of your fishing stuff is pretty much the same. It's just who's got the name on it. There's some variances in it. Some are better than others, but the difference is very, very small. So I wanted to talk to you about fishing line, monofilament, fluorocarbon, braided. What do you use? Well, as my fishing 55 some years of fishing, I have been a loyal monofilament guy. Okay, it's worked in the past before these others even came out. I'm not making millions of dollars catching fish, and so I'm in it for the fun, the sport, and a lot of it is due to education, trying to get people educated about it and talk about the differences in whether it's fishing line, lures, poles, reels, techniques, whatever. But I've always used a monofilament line. So what is the difference? Well, monofilament, an engineer from DuPont just basically accidentally come across making monofilament back in 1939, and then started using it, but it really didn't gain a whole lot of popularity among the angling community till about 1959, 1960, where it just really hit the market. And so it's been out for quite a while. And then technology grew and anglers got more educated about what's going on, and then you got into the professional series, the tournaments, and with people fishing like that, and companies creating new products, and science became more involved. Then your fluorocarbons came out, and then eventually your braided lines. Braided lines have been around for a while, but popularity-wise, braided line. So, which one's the best one? Well, monofilament is going to be your cheapest avenue when it comes to fishing line. Monofilament has more stretch in it than either fluorocarbon or braided, and monofilament tends to hold knots better than fluorocarbon. The downsides of monofilament is it's more buoyant. It floats more. And it's not as translucent in the water as, say, your fluorocarbons. So fluorocarbon line is denser, so it sinks, and it's more translucent in water. The fish don't see it as well. So there's a lot of difference there, and also the cost between monofilament and fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon will be a more expensive line, and in my research, and you guys look at these charts I'm posting, monofilament seems to be a little larger diameter line than fluorocarbon in the same pound rating, And then your braided line against mono and fluorocarbon is even smaller yet in those charts that you're looking at. So with that being said, when you buy a reel or a rod, it's going to state on it recommended line, yardage on both the rod and the reel. So the reason they do that is it's the maximum performance of what that reel or rod will, depending on the line. Plus it tells you, what we're talking about diameters of line, the larger the poundage, whether it's 20 or 30 pound line versus 10 or 12, your 20, 30 pound line is going to be a larger diameter line than your 10 or 12. So less line will go on that spool of that reel at the end result. So, and then the castability of it changes with the larger diameter line. Braided line tends to cast better than mono or fluorocarbon, but braided line over time will damage has a chance of damaging your guides, and it adds more stress to your reels as far as your gears and things like that, due to the fact of the strength of the line. Braided line is massively strong line, but braided line has absolutely no stretch to it, and fluorocarbon has less stretch than monofilament. So hopefully trying to explain a few of the characteristics, the differences in each line, it helps you, where mono is the cheapest line on the market, then your fluorocarbon, then your braided. Mono stretches, fluorocarbon and braided don't stretch as much as mono. Mono floats more than braided and fluorocarbon. Mono holds knots better than the fluorocarbon. Mono is less translucent than fluorocarbon. Mono works better in clear water than braided as far as visibility. So there's a lot of pros and cons, and you're not expected to just change every time you transfer to a different lake, unless you're just making millions of dollars at fishing. So back to what I'm saying, I stuck with mono. Mono's worked for me. It's caught the fish that I want to catch. Would I do better with the other lines? I don't know. Am I happy with what I'm getting now? Of course I am. So I stick with mono. But another question is color. All different colors of line. There's clear, there's green, there's yellow, there's lime green, there's fluorescent, clear. So I mean, what's the best ones? Well, who knows, right? Everybody's got their ideas, everybody's got the science behind it. What I'm going to tell you is buy what you're happy with. I've had personally awesome luck with big game line, Trilene big game. So with that being said, what do I have in my house? Trilene big game. All different colors, all different sizes, and it's worked for me. Find your favorite, stick with it, take the guesswork out of it, don't let it overwhelm you, and enjoy your angling. So hopefully this explains a little bit about the differences and takes the guesswork out of it for you. But if I'm going to be real honest with you, if you're just a basic angler out there just having fun and enjoying the day with your family, monofilament line is going to be all you need, and there's no reason to break the bank and buy all these high dollar fishing lines. So hopefully that helps. Everybody take care, tie lines, and enjoy your 2025 this year. Hope you get on the water. Hope we see you on the water. All About Fishing with Big Kev. Take care.